It was supposed to be the easy hike. The visitor center said it was the easy hike. The family had brought the easy hike picnic. Saoirse Donnelly was 36. Her husband, Jonas, was 40. Their 19-month-old daughter, June, had recently graduated from confident toddling to enthusiastic small-distance running. Their Greyhound, a 4-year-old retired racing dog named Bishop, had been with them for 18 months. They had adopted him from a rescue that pulled retired racers out of the Florida circuit and rehomed them through a tidy adoption pipeline that included a home visit and a training packet and a long phone call about how to read a sighthound's body language. Bishop, the phone call had said, would never bark. Bishop's primary mode of communication was stillness. They had been told, when a sighthound goes still, look where he is looking. They had laughed politely and written it down. They had not, in 18 months, had occasion to use it. The hike was a sand and scrub trail through low coastal dunes in southern New Jersey. The trail map called it the Family Loop. The temperature was 76. The breeze was light. They had brought a picnic blanket and a cooler with peanut butter sandwiches and small grapes cut in halves. They set up the blanket at the marked picnic point at 12:11. Jonas unclipped Bishop's leash. The leash rule was off in the picnic area. On while moving on trail. Bishop stood up. He did not sniff. He did not stretch. He did not move toward the cooler. He stood up at the corner of the picnic blanket farthest from the trail, and he went still. His head was lowered approximately 15 degrees. His ears were rotated forward. His tail was extended, not wagging. Saoirse was unpacking sandwiches. Jonas was pouring water into a small bowl for the dog. June, who had been collecting sticks, started to walk toward the dog. Saoirse looked at Bishop. She looked at where Bishop was looking. She saw nothing. She saw scrub. She saw sand. She saw a small log lying on the sand approximately 3 meters from the blanket. June kept walking. Saoirse, because she had written it down on the long phone call 18 months ago, and because she remembered writing it down, said, "June, freeze!" June stopped. June was 19 months old. June froze the way 19-month-olds freeze, which is to say, not very well, but she had stopped moving forward. Bishop did not move. Saoirse stood up. She walked slowly past Bishop. She kept her body between Bishop and June. She walked to a point approximately 1 meter from the small log on the sand. She did not look down at her feet. She looked at the log. The log was not a log. The log was a thin coiled rope of brown and tan and black, perfectly camouflaged against the sand, and the part she had thought was the end of the log was a small triangular head that was at this moment angled slightly upward and tracking her movement. She had grown up in central New Jersey. She had never seen a rattlesnake in her life. She had not known there were rattlesnakes in southern New Jersey. There are. They are timber rattlesnakes. They are endangered. They live in exactly the kind of coastal dune scrub the visitor center had called the easy hike. She backed up. She did not turn around. She backed up until her heel touched the corner of the picnic blanket. She said in a voice she did not recognize, Jonas's name. Jonas was already standing. He had been watching Bishop too. They picked up the picnic blanket. They picked up the cooler. They clipped Bishop's leash. They walked slowly back the way they had come. They did not run. Saoirse had read somewhere that running near a coiled rattlesnake was the wrong move. She would later not remember where she had read this. A park ranger came out 40 minutes later. The ranger confirmed the snake. He moved it gently with a long pole back into the scrub farther from the picnic area. He marked the picnic point with an orange flag. He said, on the walk back to the visitor center, that he had been a ranger in this park for 19 years, and he had seen exactly 2 timber rattlesnakes in 19 years on this trail. He said, "They're masters of camouflage." He said, "Your dog had to have smelled it. Their skin musk is faintly distinctive." He said, "Most hikers don't have a dog with the right nose for it." He said, "Greyhounds were sight hunters originally, but the working ones run with scent hounds, and they all learn what to mark." He said, "If your daughter had gotten within striking distance." He did not finish. If you stay for stories about what animals sense before we do, you're in the right place. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. That night, Saoirse pulled out the training packet from the rescue. She looked again at the section labeled Sighthound Body Language. She underlined the sentence she had highlighted but not understood 18 months earlier. When a sighthound goes still, look where he is looking. Has your dog ever frozen in place? Not bark, not lunge, just stop, and you later realized what he was looking at? Tell us. We read every one. Bishop slept by June's crib that night. He had never done that before. He did not do it again. He did it once, on the night of the easy hike. Because some night a dog has to do a thing once. If stories like this matter to you, subscribe so you never miss the next one.